Welcome to our Literature Lessons series. Today, we dive into the profound world of Miguel de Cervantes and his iconic work, Don Quixote. Often hailed as one of the greatest writers in history, Cervantes created a literary masterpiece that not only shaped the Spanish language but also influenced writers around the globe. Join us as we explore Don Quixote, his enduring legacy, and what this story reveals about the human experience. Let's start by understanding who Miguel de Cervantes was. Born in 1547 in Alcalá de Henares, Spain, Cervantes lived a life filled with both triumph and adversity. His journey was anything but ordinary. He fought bravely in the Battle of Lepanto, where he sustained a severe injury that left him with limited use of his left hand. Later, he was captured by Barbary pirates and spent 5 long years as a slave in Algiers. This experience, along with periods of poverty and imprisonment back in Spain, deeply colored his worldview and writing. After facing countless struggles, Cervantes channeled his life experiences into his writing, crafting narratives that blended idealism with the harsh realities of life. Now, let's delve deeper into his most famous work, Don Quixote. Completed in 2 parts, with the first published in 1605 and the sequel in 1615, Don Quixote tells the story of Alonso Quixano, a middle-aged gentleman who becomes consumed by his obsession with chivalric romances. After reading too many tales of knights and heroic adventures, Quixano loses his grip on reality and decides to become a knight-errant himself. He adopts the name Don Quixote de la Mancha and sets off on a quest to revive chivalry and protect the helpless. Accompanying him is his faithful squire, Sancho Panza, a simple farmer who represents the pragmatism and common sense that balances Don Quixote's lofty ideals. Together, they embark on a series of misadventures, with one of the most famous scenes being Don Quixote's charge against a group of windmills, which he believes to be fearsome giants. This scene illustrates the central theme of the novel, highlighting the conflict between illusion and reality. The humor and pathos in their adventures reveal Cervantes' deep understanding of the human condition. What makes Don Quixote particularly extraordinary is its status as the first modern novel. Unlike the chivalric romances of Cervantes' time, which often followed predictable patterns, Don Quixote introduced a complex narrative structure with multi-layered characters. The relationship between Don Quixote and Sancho Panza evolves throughout the story, showcasing their mutual influence. Quixote's idealism inspires Sancho, while Sancho's down-to-earth approach grounds Quixote. This dynamic interplay creates a rich portrait of friendship and offers an exploration of the dreams that drive us, even when faced with harsh realities. Cervantes also employed self-awareness in his writing. In the second part of Don Quixote, characters reference the events of the first part, creating a meta-literary layer that was groundbreaking for its time. This technique invites readers to question the nature of storytelling itself and the relationship between fiction and reality. This brings us to the significance of the windmill scene. In this iconic moment, Don Quixote, in his delusional state, sees windmills and charges them in a grand display of misguided bravery, only to be defeated by their spinning sails. This not only serves as a comedic episode but also underscores Quixote's tragic nobility. He refuses to let go of his ideals, determined to fight against what he perceives as injustice, regardless of how absurd it may seem. This theme of the quixotic struggle, as well as the juxtaposition of reality and fantasy, have resonated throughout literature, offering an enduring commentary on human resilience. Moreover, Don Quixote has had a lasting influence on literature and has inspired countless writers and artists across centuries. It laid the foundation for the picaresque novel and offered new narrative possibilities that led to even greater works in the literary canon. Many renowned authors, such as Gustave Flaubert, Fyodor Dostoevsky, and Mark Twain, have acknowledged Cervantes' significant impact on their writing. Cervantes introduced intricate characterization, moral complexity, and satirical insight. The term quixotic, which emerged from this tale, signifies a lofty idealism that can often lead to failure, yet speaks to the nobility inherent in dreaming big. Did you know that Don Quixote is the most translated book after the Bible? It has been translated into over 140 languages, illustrating its universal appeal. From its earliest English translation in 1612 to modern adaptations in Klingon and emoji, the story resonates with people worldwide. Cervantes' ingenious blend of humor and humanity invites readers to contemplate the meaning of dreams and the inevitability of failure. In fact, When Cervantes learned of a fraudulent sequel to his novel, he was so inspired that he set out to write a second part, bringing the characters' awareness of their literary world to life in a revolutionary way. The phrase "the proof of the pudding is in the eating" also originated from his work, showing how his contributions reached far beyond the pages of his novel. Ultimately, the relationship between Don Quixote and Sancho Panza is at the heart of the narrative. Their journey together reflects the complexity of human relationships and the balance of perspectives. While Don Quixote embodies the ideals of courage and imagination, Sancho Panza represents the grounded, pragmatic approach to life. Through their interactions, Cervantes explores profound themes of hope, friendship, and the inherent struggles of the human experience. As their relationship develops, they learn from each other. Sancho begins to appreciate the beauty of idealism, while Quixote becomes more aware of the necessity of realism. This interplay set a precedent for many literary duos and has become a standard in storytelling. Lastly, Cervantes' legacy in world literature is nothing short of monumental. He is regarded as the master of Spanish literature and a pivotal figure in shaping the European novel. His innovative approach helped redirect literature from simplistic medieval narratives to the complex and nuanced storytelling we see today. Notably, a 2002 survey of leading novelists voted Don Quixote the best work of fiction ever written, solidifying its place in literary history. Cervantes inspires ongoing discussions about the nature of literature, the struggle for identity, and the beautiful absurdity of life. His ability to weave humor, tragedy, and philosophical depth into a single narrative continues to influence writers and readers around the world. To conclude, Miguel de Cervantes and his iconic work Don Quixote represent a crucial moment in literary history. Cervantes' experiences profoundly shaped his writing, allowing him to explore deep themes of idealism versus reality through his unforgettable characters. The dynamic between Don Quixote and Sancho Panza teaches us about the importance of friendship and understanding, while the novel's innovative narrative style set a new standard for storytelling. Cervantes left an indelible mark on literature that continues to inspire and resonate with audiences today. Thank you for joining us on this literary journey exploring Miguel de Cervantes and Don Quixote. We hope you gain deeper insights into this timeless tale and its impact on literature. Join us next time as we uncover more great authors and their contributions to the world of literature. Until then, keep reading, keep dreaming, and remember that every great story comes from the heart.